Isaiah, Isaiah chapter 41, verse 8. But thou, O Israel, art my servant, Jacob, I, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. I'd like to give all prayers and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Akakodash. The Wadi Yabashim Yahushua for giving us the apostles and the elders a great millstone who deserve double honors, rightfully so. Shalom to the Akim, pushing the word in sincerity and in truth, being faith-based and being prepared for what is to come. And what is to come? Race wars, famine, concentration camps, the Alpha D chips, the mark of the beast, 200 million missiles in the soils of America. Simultaneously, the chariots of the Lord, the hopeful elect, and their chambers. Simultaneously, the chariots of the Lord shoot laser beams at the ungodly and the heathen. Rightfully so. Baratazah, the Lord, took the course of this video. Just a vessel seeking salvation out of this filthy place, spiritually known as Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, Babylon, and all other filthy customs they have taken upon. Right now the time is 12:14 a.m. Tuesday, August 26, 2025, the over year of our deliverance and destruction and judgment on Mount Joshua. I've been thinking about this verse for quite a while. This verse, chapter Isaiah chapter 41, verse 14. But I went up a few verses just to get a little more insight on this chapter, on where it was going. Just bring it back to remembrance. And we're just these faithful words in this book, in this thing, in the scriptures of this thing of ours, these faithful words in the scriptures, in this thing of ours, is guiding us back to perfection. And Yahweh Oshai is perfection. Yahweh Shah was guided back to perfection. He came into, oh man, I think about this verse too. It just came to mind and I didn't grab it fast enough. Oh jeez. First of many brethren. Man. Yahweh Shah have done what we are going through. He did the same thing. Came down here as man, as one of us, and he took on all our sins. Thinking of this verse. Before many bedrooms, Bible verses, King James Version. See, that didn't come out right. So like every time the verse jumps around my mind. Oh boy. Alright, I gotta stay focused right now. I gotta go back to the chapter. This verse just up in my mind. I didn't get the full. Too many things going on in my mind. So these faithful words is it's our life source. Okay. And it's guiding us through the valley of shadow of death. And it's a compass. Okay. It gets us from east, west, north, south. East, west, north. Well, no, how it goes. News, right? North, east, west, south. So it also it tells us how you say the news. It tells us to keep in contact and keep in tune with the news. North, east, west, south. That's the news. Okay. And there's no new thing under the earth, and we are a friend of Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Shemel Shah, as Abraham was. He was a friend. And Yahweh Shah was the mediator for us for this better promise that's gonna lead us to salvation. And even though we broke the first covenant, we how you say, we disobeyed the Lord by Yahweh Shah by doing all these things. He still had grace and favor for us, and which is something to truly think about. And being being this thing about us, we see that there's mercy and there's grace that leads to hope, and grace goes back to favor. The Lord had favor in you, so He gave you grace to get your act together, and that goes for me. Like, I'm thinking about this every day, you know. So hold on, let me see something real fast. I think about this every day. Yeah, so it says the NLT translates, right? Isaiah chapter 41 verse 8. But as for you, Yasha'Allah, my servant, Yaquab, my chosen one, descended from Abraham, my friend. We are descendants from Abraham, his friend, man. He literally gave Abraham. If we go into the story of that, he told Abraham that go over here and I'll give you if you come away. Abraham he had to be someone else in the spirit because he knew us from before we were born. In the spirit world, he knew us, you know. And Abraham was after he heard the other day I was going over I was telling somebody something how they presented something to me and I visualized I saw it as in a vision, like it was like when he explained it to me I was able to see it. Pascal Ball explained it. He said you gotta be able to visualize it, what you seeking for, right? So I this is way back. So when I heard Pascal Ball say that, I said that's what happened to me. You know, and I'm always dawning on this. And so the person, I end up, speaking to this person. I ain't speak to him in a long time. So I told him, I said, listen, you presented something to me and I saw it, I visualized it. I saw the vision of it. I saw myself navigating, not going back to things I was doing. And I was able to utilize it. Just how our apostles has and our apostles, our elders, and like-minded men, when we was coming up in this thing, they presented this thing to us, as a presentation, right? That's how you say it, presentation. How do you say that? Let's see something. This thing has been presented to us, and there's that's what happened to Abraham. That's why Abraham was a friend of Yahweh Yahshua. And we are descendants, so we are friends. If we the ones, we are friends of him too, because we had to be back there before the world began. Right? Presentation means let's go to it's two meanings, but I like the second one. Like that's the one wrote it. Hold on, let's see, let's copy this. I'll bring this over to the archives here. Let's see what it says here. All right.
A speech or talk in which a new product, idea, or piece of work is shown and explained to an audience.
Okay, that's what happened. A speech or the talk in which a new product, and this has been a new product, and when it was presented to us, like Apostle Gabar said, he said you got to be able to see it, and I saw it. That was the dynamic part of it, and I truly believe and it tells you I was sent my prophets last, and that's what happened. The apostles were sent last, And they said, "Hey, here's your last chance." That's what I heard one time too. um, when I was searching for the prophets, that week before that, some incident happened, and then the next week, I went searching again. I couldn't find them, so I'm walking over the place. I'm asking the Lord, what I got to do to attain this. I'm searching. I'm walking all the way down. Um, World Trade Center, Houston. I'm walking all over the place. And then I just got so depressed, 'cause I started walking up a block, and I came up to 14th Street. And that's what I heard. Here's your chance. Just like that. Okay. I'm walking up, right? And I look to the right. And I heard, here's your chance. And I looked, and that's when I saw this individual who was out there preaching. And that's what I heard. And I said, oh, it was massive spiritual that day. And the Lord, it was a product. I mean, this was 2009, 2010, around right in that one of them years, can't remember. And he said, "Here's your chance." So that's going way back. Like for me, that's like when you calculate, but who got time to calculate? But that was the sweetest thing.
A speech.
So I can really.
A speech or talk in which a new product, idea, or piece of work is shown and explained to an audience.
Now I remember like yesterday, like it led up to the apostles. And I was like, man, we gotta get out there, man. Like that's all I kept hearing. Like, we gotta do this. Like how am I gonna do this? This is it. So that year, it had to be 2010, because I was walking up. Whatever, it was probably before that, because the guy, young boy, he was in it, and then something happened, and then I don't know really. I still don't know the story, but I saw him out there, and I know he was, even back then, you were compelled to, because you wanted that crown, man. You saw it, man. Everybody who's in this truth now have seen it, have seen the vision. If you got that one moment, if you got the point to be out there, to be able to speak it, to speak this thing about it, this good news, you saw the vision, and it was plain. All right, hold on. Let's see something here. Let's see what verse is this. Let me see something. Verse. Let me see something. What is this? Just jumped in my mind. All right. Yeah. So, look. It says Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for appointed time. But at the end, it shall speak. And that's what happened. There was a vision. That vision was clear. Like the presentation, it was spoke. And if you was out, you was able to see everything was brought in the forefront. They spoke the words, but you saw the vision. That's happened to me. Like I was like, what the heck am I seeing here? Like like it was like a hologram, right? Everything around you is like that vision was yet for a point in time. That vision you saw was yet for a point in time, right? And then when you got it, it was a message. Like, and then when you try to explain to people that can't see the vision, it made you angry. It made us angry. I got angry. What the fuck you mean you don't see this? I used to get, back then, I was getting mad. But, like, don't you know how to spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? Motherfuckers be so damn smart, they stupid. Because they can't see that vision, man. And individual that's been doing this and they're not doing it anymore, that vision was taken from them. That was a gift, man. to be able to see the outcome, the missiles dropping, the famine, the sea hip, the chariots. Those are the visions. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. And it's speaking now. This is what we saw soon we got into this truth, soon we came and we heard it on YouTube. This happens to me, man. It happens a lot. It used to happen a lot more before. But I always try to explain this to people that, maybe I'm not explaining it right. But it was clear, bro. It was clear. I said, what the heck? And and then you hear it. You hear it, and you hearing it, and then you see it, and then it can make you or break you. It can bug you out for what you see. But I wanted to obtain it. Right? Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for a appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And it did not lie. That vision you saw, that when the prophet spoke it to you, like when you heard it, right? What if some did not believe? Right? That's another verse too. I'm telling you, 5 verses right around now, and it comes in overload. This thing is spiritually, is just draining. It drains you, bro. Like, cause you can't catch up. I can't catch up to my spirit. Like I'm trying to, but I'm like, all right, calm down, take a breather. And then when you're like, did you see that? And it'd be so clear, like you could see the famine. You could see these people killing each other out here, eating each other. You could see the bloodshed everywhere, man. These are the things I've seen. You could see the missiles dropping. You could see the chariots flying all over the place. You know how much dreams I have of chariots and missiles, people burning out here and bullets flying all over the place. These are the things. It's broken up in sections. It's only going to be playing. These things are only going to play out when it comes to that. When it says right here, it says, "For the vision is yet for a appointed time, but at the end it shall speak." And it's speaking in the portions until it's going to speed up, and it's happening. So this is what Yahweh Shah presented to Abraham. Abraham saw the vision. So that faith was like it was like, can you imagine all the things that could have occurred? Like you could have seen a hole of ground. Look, you could have this. It was what makes it logical? What makes it accurate? Satan came to Yahweh Shah and showed him visions. You could have all these kingdoms and shit. So wait a minute. A man can't live by bread alone, but by every word, by every faithful word of Yahweh Shah. We live by the faithful words. So imagine being offered something that you can't touch yet, but you said you're going to give me what? You're going to give me the galaxies. Abraham was offered to be father of many nations. We're offered the galaxies because we his descendants. Could we imagine, people giving up on this vision, which is yet for a point in time. Now we're at 2025, and this is no time to lose focus right now. And I didn't think about this subject. This is jumping in my mind, but I was thinking about something else that was on my mind about don't be dismayed at what people have. What people have now is not what. It's not going to compared to what he offers us. This presentation. Look at that again. All right.
A speech or talk in which a new product, idea, or piece of work is shown and explained to an audience.
Shown. I didn't even see that part. I didn't even hear that word. Shown. So he had to been shown these glorious things, man. Things had to be like, look where I can get you if you follow me into the end to the end of this world. And it's the end time. So his descendants, the descendants of Abraham, is here. And remember, Abraham had how many sons? 8 sons. So, but all of them wasn't shown. All of them wasn't given this ultimate vision that was offered to to Isaac, and then just Isaac 12 patriot sons, Jacob, right? It was shown to them. Now that we are at the end of this, that remnant is going to obtain that full vision, that thing that was shown to Abraham, that thing that was shown to Isaac, to Jacob, to the 12 descendants, all the way up to now. You know, through these faithful words. These faithful words are alive, bro. They are alive, man. And when you speak it, if somebody hear you and then see what you're speaking, that's beyond, man. That's what happened to me, bro. I was able to see what they were speaking, you know, and then we were fighting for that. And then we have faith in it. We have faith in what these words have said to us, man. When these men spoke to us, because they was moved by the Spirit. You know? They were moved by the Spirit. And we're moved by the Spirit too. Of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We said, yo, give up everything here and follow me. That's what Yahweh Shah told his disciples, right? Let's see if we can find that real quick. Let's see something. Jesus said, follow me and give up everything.